All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. What's up, everybody? What's going on, fam? So we're gonna do another day of questing in the Everest with Cool Daddy Fresh, and today is Moni's day. Today is Moni's day. We're gonna go get the Monies today. That's all we're gonna do today. We're gonna grind for Monies. So me played. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. I wanna look at that later. And I even went on ahead and went through my little summon food thingo before stream this time, so you guys didn't have to sit through all that crap. Also, make sure I got everything set up here right. I do. I do for the most part. Let me check something else. One more setting. Okay, I'm good there. Alright, cool. Alright, everything's copacetic. So yesterday, because I was getting confused because I'm so used to only looking in the inventory section. I'm gonna be honest. This section, this section, this section, and this section I completely and totally ignore. So yesterday I was looking to see where the inventory or how you would do weapons and shit with the mercenary. It did not even register in my head, in my brain, to look at the merc tab. So this is basically where you would drop whatever items for a merc, and apparently you can't just give them anything. That was the other thing I forgot about. Apparently they have their own specialized item. So if you played on an emulator server and never really played on a live, there is a massive difference between the botting system on that you would run into on an EMU server versus the mercenary system that you would run into on a live server. So that did kind of catch me off guard a little bit, because I do like with the botting system on EMU servers. Although, be it in fairness, I've only ever tested it on my own single player setup. I like the fact that you can kind of arm, your compatriots, your characters, whatever you want to call them, your companions, with any loot that you pull up. You can kind of customize them a little bit more. Mercenaries, I'm not really sure how much customization that they do offer. Other fun fact, I was curious that if I'd still have mine, so it doesn't look like I still have my mercenary. So I am pretty happy about that. So that means I don't have to keep taking a trip back to grab the mercenary unless I dismiss the mercenary. So that's pretty awesome. Although I do need to probably go on and get out of here. I was debating whether or not I wanted to keep going, but I want to go on and sell some stuff. Oh, there we go. So we're going to gate out of here. We're actually going to save ourselves a trip. Or a lot of walking, rather. That was a little bit delayed on Homeboy's arm coming up. Fun fact, when you're doing free to play, so when you log out of your character, you normally get a website pop up. I almost forgot to transfer internets from the house internet to the internet I use for streaming. So I ended up disconnecting myself, and so it kicked me back to the menu. I did not get a website pop up like I thought I would, so I did find that rather interesting. At least they don't do that when you DC. So that's kind of nice of them. But generally, other on free to play, other than one pop up when you first start, which I'm sure you guys have seen on some of my other streams. Other than that one pop up and one website pop up after you get done playing and you log out of your character, they don't bother you when you're playing. So I do think that's pretty cool. That's definitely nice of them. Because that would be extremely annoying. I'm going to refresh that timer. Oh, and I am going to give myself so. So far, it's looking like, as a druid, having a tanking class is probably the way to go. There's your first mercenary. Definitely saves a lot of heavy lifting on your part. Hmm, try that one. Oh, does it let me run up there? Okay. I was gonna say, dude, where the fuck are you taking me? Oh, that pathing could use a bit of work. Ah, stop it. We'll click that one. It's gonna take us to the same area more or less anyway. We'll just have a little longer to walk to Kelethin is all. And back a little bit there. Alright, the fun part's gonna be remembering, okay, so that is not definitely not the way I want to go. I believe this is the way I want to go. Or not. Did I go the wrong way in the one way? Maybe not. Oh, but I am not paying attention because I think I just ran off the path. Did I just run in a big circle? Alright, let's go this way. Let's see where this takes us. Okay, that is not the right place. That's my fishing town. I don't want to go to my fishing town. Sorry. Didn't mean to hit the mic there. I remember there being a lot of pissed off people when them spires came out. A lot of people were not a fan of Luckland. I actually didn't mind it personally. Even so, there were a lot of people that weren't a fan of what was it, Plane of Knowledge or Power, whatever that expansion was called. I keep getting the two P's confused. But the expansion that followed, even more so. I think that's why a lot of people prefer P99. But I found while some felt like it kind of affected damn, did I go the wrong way? Shit, hold up. I can't even tell where my fucking arrow is. Oh, here we are. That's where I'm at. Okay, let's just go straight. We're just gonna follow the map. Anyway, as I was saying, a lot of people that played the druid class felt like it took away from them being able to make money teleporting people places. But I still saw people getting asked for ports all the time. All the time. I mean, I'm not gonna say it did not impact the amount of times it was requested, but it still got requested quite a lot. That was still a common request I saw in chat. Because it would be a lot quicker just to get a quick port than to have to wait on those spires or head to the plane of knowledge. But nowadays, with there not being a lot of people on here in the newer zones, or not newer, but older zones, you almost have to have it. It's almost a freaking requirement. It's a must-have either on the live server or even if you're just playing your own little private setup, you know, like if you set this game up with an emulator server, using that software to set it up as a single player game. You definitely need it then. That was a nice little landing, guard Sunblaze, and then you just walked right on off, my dude. Okay, that good job. So this is one of the reasons, while I won't use it with the live version, but one of the reasons, like, I was curious about using reshade. There we go. Finally it popped in. But like using reshade, you could actually bring the textures of this out a lot more. Makes the game like would make the game look a lot more polished. Not that they haven't done a good job in doing that. I do think the game in its version on the live form looks awesome. I think it still looks outstanding, even by today's standards. You know, my view might be a little tainted, but I do think everything looks great. But I'm not walking in this game either looking for photorealistic graphics either. I know what I'm playing. Alright. Alright, so we don't need the rusty sword. Might hold on to that dagger. We can get rid of that rusty long sword though. Alright, so I might hold on to you two for now, anyway. Hmm. Hold on. Rusty longsword, you can go. Rusty dagger, you can go too. Rusty short sword, you can go bye bye. Alright, scarab eye, 6 gold. Get rid of you. Jack-o'-lantern fungus. Did I not have that in another bag? Okay. Huh. So that has bumped me up to 5 platinum. I have to keep remembering that platinum is now 10 gold, not freaking 100. I'm still feeling some kind of way about that. Not gonna lie. Love the leaf runner, so it's probably not gonna be better than what I have. The only reason I'm kind of wondering is if maybe I need to pass this on a one of my other alt or whatever, just some get by armor. The only reason I'm even considering this. I mean, looks nice, but probably not the best. I mean, because it is crude. Because I do have a necromancer, albeit not playing it currently, but that's the level 1 that I talked about or whatever, I think, on first stream. That was like level 1 for a decade. Most awesome level 1 on the server. So that guy is eventually going to get leveled. Um, I don't think I am. I going the right? No, I'm not. Soldier Tenare. Faydox champion. So no, hold on. Bank could be up here. There we go. Bank. Alright, let's see what we have. Whisk Panther. Okay, so that was a different type. I don't need to carry that. We'll stick that there. We'll probably come back and sell some of that shit. Skeleton parts. Oh, this can go to my necromancer. Can't even remember why I had to have that shit. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go through and trash. The most confusing thing about this game is there's no like straight clear directions. Like for example, quest, you really ain't gonna find any unless you talk to every single NPC you come across type thing. A lot of old school quests don't even pop up in your tracker. So there's that. Then knowing what to do with certain items. There's no clear instruction manual on what's needed for what. So it can be a bit overwhelming, especially if you don't if you're new, you don't know what you're doing, or it's been that long since you've looked at the game, like in my case. You're almost kinda like what I do with all this shit. Like I've got stuff that I have no idea why I held on to some of it. So or if it's even necessary to hold on to some of this. I'm sure a lot of this the veteran player could probably like seriously weed through and well you can get rid of this, this and that. Whereas it's a little more for a new player it's like, you just kinda honestly don't know. Whoa. Oh, what were you? Okay, that was apparently for a quest or a quest ring. Yeah, I think I held on to this until I could figure out what the hell it was for because it says the quest item, but it doesn't really look like it gives you any kind of type benefit. So I don't. That's the other thing. You'll have some items say they're quest items, but they're doesn't really clarify. I mean, it's not like you turn them in. You know, more often than not, some of that shit could be a quest reward. So, like I said, it can be a very overwhelming game. There's definitely a learning curve to it. I mean, I'm sitting here just like going through my inventory and I don't know what to do with half this shit. So I did think I had that. So let me organize my own shit here a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna alright, so that's you. Let's start by moving some of this shit around. I'm trying to organize my bags here a little bit. So I tend to like my top bags to be full, if at all possible. Um, Stick you there. Alright, so that fills you up. Uh, Alright, so now we know who you are. I'll close you out. Now we're making sense. Okay. And I'm not really going to shift any money around. I've got plenty in my bank so far. Now that I know they've lessened the value of my platinum, I keep wanting to say plutonium. Got Back to the Future on the brain. I'm going to have to make sure that I keep a certain amount of money on me if I want to use a mercenary. So if I remember right, I think it's 10 per 15 minutes. No, 8. I'm sorry. 8. But we're going to say 10. We're going to round it off to 10. So 2 platinum would be half an hour's worth of work. Man, I hate to say it, but it's almost like having your own motherfucking EverQuest hooker. You know, bitch charging you every fucking 15 minutes. That's rough. That is rough. Like, you got to pay for this fucking ass whooping that I'm giving everybody. I do like my tank though. My bitch is badass. I do like my tank. Pretty happy with my tank. Like I wish they'd let you have like more, but from what I can tell, my shit's locked. So that's the other thing I kind of want to point out, because I don't know if you may need to have an active sub to have these unlocked. I don't know if there's something you got to do to either unlock them as a free-to-play player, or if it's just having an active sub. I'll have to look into that. But I did learn that there is one ability that is not on here as a free-to-play player. So, like in my mercenaries case, I have aggressive and passive, but they should also, if you are a subscriber and you have an active subscription, premium, whatever you call it, if you're subbed up to the all access pass that Daybreak has to offer, Daybreak and Darkpaw offers for this game, then you will get what's called an assist, which you can kind of go a little more in depth with how you want to set up your mercenary. It's another mode where you can actually go into your group, like if they were grouped with you, and left click on their name and assign different roles, like if you want them to tank, or if you want, like what you specifically want them to do, or at least is my understanding of how that works. So something to keep in mind. I don't know, might be able to do that with some of the other stances. Is something I would say I tested out, but I mean, to be honest, she's doing exactly what I want her to without me messing with anything. I mean, the aggressive stance has her doing exactly what I want her to do. If I attack something, she goes and fucks that shit up. So I'm personally probably not gonna mess with anything because she's already doing her job. I'm pretty much satisfied with how she's doing her job. But apparently you can just, set it up to where like you pool and whatnot. And like they'll stay where they're at until like I guess the aggro gets to you, is my understanding. But that's something that if I end up subbing up, whether be it I pay for an active subscription or sign up for their content creator packet down the road thingo, I don't know. I'll test out then. But like I said, with this series, I want to focus on what people get as a free-to-play player, you know, in order to see how much content. And then at some point when I get the when I either get the cash or if they add me to the program, if I decide that's something I want to sign up for, because I don't know if I want to sign up for it, but if I do, then that's where I'll cross that bridge at that point and check out like additional content on the game. As far as the newer updated stuff goes, but right now I kind of want to focus a little bit on what you get because there's so much content in this game right now. I want to sort of focus this series in the beginning at least on what you're getting if you're a brand new player, kind of what you're going to expect on a live server, um, just as a free to play player, you know, because you're going to know, like I've said before, by the time you make it to like level 80, 85, whatever the case may be, you're going to kind of already know whether or not you want to continue to play. If you're having a good time, then obviously you're going to want to sub up. I would encourage anybody to sub up if you're having fun with it. You know, there would be no reason why not to. It unlocks a bunch of other shit for you. Plus, you get the I forget what they call them for Daybreak, but like 500 of those Daybreak ass coins that they have. Where they're stored to buy whatever little cosmetic or whatever crap they probably sell in there. I have not really went over the store in depth like that, so I could not tell you the first thing about what they sell in the store other than you can probably get some like bags while kind of cool. Like for example, they I found out a couple weeks back on Discord somebody posted a photo in the official EverQuest Discord forums, and they had an American flag, which caught my attention on the bag. Apparently, it was a Fourth of July thing. Now, I ain't gonna lie. While it kind of on one end it looked out of place, from a fantasy perspective, it did look out of place and kind of like an eyesore in that regard. But at the same time, it also looked pretty cool as fuck. I mean, damn good from a American citizen, born and raised in a military family, patriotic type fucking mentality or whatever from that angle, given my background. So, I mean, it was like cool as shit in that regard, but at the same time, it was like, it's one of those things, it's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind having it, but at the same time, it'd be kind of immersion breaking, but, I probably would buy it just because it'd be too cool to pass up. But it would definitely probably at some point past the holiday season or whatever be in a bank bag, just for the simple fact I don't like to break immersion. I mean, it's why a lot of the real life stuff that they mix in games or whatever, I kind of I'm not a big fan of that, just from the standpoint of not wanting to have the immersion broken. I get super picky when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm not necessarily heading, just so you guys know, I'm not necessarily heading back to where I was grinding out of. I'm actually kind of in an exploratory. I'm in a mood to explore. I'm in an explorative mood. So that's sort of why I went this way. I kind of want to see. I'm trying to remember what all was on the other side of the thing out here. I want to see what other areas I can go to. Plus, it's even though I still need to kind of go in there and clear that area, I probably could try to go in and clear some of them areas just to try to see what kind of loot I get. But I would have been more motivated if I could have armored up my own mercenary. I think I'm pretty content with the armor I have right now. But I'm kind of curious to see what else they have in the game. Like I have, what the hell? All right, so the Steamfront Mountains. Okay, so hold up, cause it's I don't know why I did it. Why did I keep getting that thing though? They must have changed time of day or something, cause now it looks a little lighter. But damn it. Hold on. Uh, did I never buy that spell? I could have swore I had that spell. Where is it at? I'm looking for a spell called, there it is, Dance of the Firefly. Oh, okay, I see the difference. Alright. So I just have to have that in my inventory. Okay. Alright, cool. It's good for dark areas. Let's see if we can get rid of you. Alright. And so I do got the sun coming up in RL. So it's kind of beaming a little bit in my window, making it slightly a little hard for me. So it's gonna probably, I might be struggling looking around at some stuff for at least 30 minutes, hour, until it goes a little further up. I'm trying to remember if I came to this area or not. I'm assuming all these people are friendly. Alright, so this is a friendly spot. We're not going to go in there though. Well, I think these are gnomes. We'll go look. I don't think I've been in this town. Oh, okay, so I did get an achievement for coming here. Alright, cool. Well, I'm definitely not going to be attacking anything in this area. Be mindful of that because if you do attack in an area where your faction is good, you can mess up your faction. Also, be careful talking to this guy, Priest of Discord. He's who you talk to PvP. I've never talked to him on a normal server, so I'm not quite sure how that would work. Anytime I ever PvP'd or was on a PvP server, well, anytime I PvP'd or did anything with PvP, I was already on the PvP server. I never opted in for that shit on a normal server because I didn't think anybody else did either, so there was no point in it. But I think he opts you in for player versus player combat on a normal server. The problem I have with it is, to my understanding, once you opt in, you cannot opt out. So I don't agree with that. I think it should have been like, faction NPCs like how they were in Star Wars Galaxies, where, if you opt in, you can opt out kind of thing. I think it should have been a little more closer to that because once you make that choice, you're pretty much stuck. So that's why I never bothered with him, and I think that's probably why most people never bothered with him. I'm sure there are some who have, but I feel pretty confident in saying the majority of the people that play on other servers don't PvP. If anything, a lot of them probably frown upon it. Because I think back then, if I remember right, it was kind of like playing a survival game, PvP survival game like DayZ, where you got your shit looted. And so not a lot of people were happy about that. But that's basically how I remember that shit working. So that's why you, a lot of times nowadays, will see those servers low pop. Well, I don't even think they have. Raylio's Zek was my PvP server, but they all merged into one Zek server. But I don't even think it's a PvP server anymore. I think it's just a normal live server, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think it's a PvP server. I think live EverQuest did away with PvP entirely. How do you get down there? Do I just swim down there? Is that what I do? Yeah, how do I get up? That might have been a mistake. I can't even jump out of this shit. Oh, here we go. You're gonna let me? Come on. I know somebody's done this in the past. Oh, you can't jump out of this shit because it's got you stuck in swimming animation. So expect some of the kind of bugginess or wonkiness in this game that you would from a game from this time period when it comes to moving around on shit. I don't know why, but I'm having flashbacks fucking around in Alien vs Predator and Alien vs Predator 2. Games like that. Or even Quake. Transformers Quake. Oh, okay, that's weird. I got a disconnect and a reconnect from OBS, and my connection is strong. What the fuck is going on, OBS? And I'm definitely not kicked out of game. The fuck are we talking about? I hope my ISP is not fucking around. Okay. We're gonna see if we can't gate out of here. That's annoying. I would feel bad for a casting class, non-casting class. Can't talk this morning. That's crazy. They would probably have to like attack something and let it kill them just to get out of here. Yeah, that ended exploring that area real damn quick. That's my own fault though. I should not have jumped in there. I thought I'd have a spot to be able to get out. I don't recall that being a thing back in the day. I've always been able to easily get out of spots, but For whatever reason, it wasn't letting me jump out of it. Actually, in terms of exploring, there we go. I was gonna say, damn. Let's check out Sherfall. That supposedly is the first spot that I was able to go to. Let's go see what was special about this area. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Got Druid Guild Masters. Okay, that's a wall. So at least now we know where the wall is. There we go. Well, it looks like somebody got their ass handed to them. Yeah, this is probably not this place where you want to go fucking around. There we go. Okay, so we got rangers and shit. Cool, cool. That poor barbarian had her ass handed to her. I don't think barbarians are enemies of ours, though. You probably hit somebody. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. How the fuck did I get out of here? Or is this just a section where you pour it in, pour it out, and bam, that's it? There's no door. Alright, let's see. Let's try this way. Nope. I just did a damn circle. Isn't that great? So, this is turning from a Monies episode to a freaking Let Me Get Lost episode. Yeah, I'm not feeling this. I'm gonna have to read up on this because this looks like just a fucking small enclosed zone, and I did not see a fucking door. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Not dealing with that. And I don't really want to walk around talking to everybody, trying to see whether or not somebody sends me outside or there's something special I need to click on. I'm not trying to explore like that. I'll look that up later. But there's gotta have been a way to get in. I mean, hell, that barbarian was in there. Damn, what the fuck is going on that this is taking so long to fucking load today? That was crazy. Maybe I should have rebooted more stream. That was fucking insane. I have noticed that it seems like shit's taking a little bit to load today on this game. That should not be a thing. Okay, so see where I do want to go. I want to check out Freeport. I have not been to Freeport. I heard they changed Freeport. Watch, I'll probably not notice the differences, but I'm sure somebody that played this game hardcore did will. They did. Interesting. West Freeport. Okay. So we have apparently a lot of things right out here in the open that you can fight. You got that big guy. Oh, you do got a lot of bats though. So this will be a good spot for farming bat wings besides near Kelethin. Oh, got two off of that one. I'm not even mad at that, man. It's a good spot for farming wings. surprised that orc hasn't aggroed on me, but I guess he's gonna ignore me because I'm out of his level range. I'm not even mad. Nice little spot for farming some wings. They're a requirement to have levitation. I do like the way they set up looting on live in comparison to old school EverQuest. The fact I don't have to run up on every single solitary thing, squat down to loot it. This is definitely the version when you're feeling lazy to play. It's definitely a time saver. Alright, so now the bats are being a little stingy. They don't want to give me the wings. They figured out what I was doing. Ah, fucking click it. Damn it. Come on. Here we go. Dude, are you not gonna fucking... Here, let me walk dead up on your ass. I guess it was the other guy. Hit the rat instead. That's what I get for tab targeting instead of clicking on them. Or tilde key targeting. Yeah, now they being stingy. Now done kill the ass of them. Alright, let's see. So that has to be Freeport right there. Maybe it's me, but the outside does look a little different to me. Let me go inside here. Freeport mercenary. Okay. Let me see. Do you sell? To me, what I like my tombstones say. Hey, Freeport mercenary. Can I not? What if I hail you? Nothing. All right. So that guy is definitely not gonna talk to me. Either it's been that long since I last been over here. Well, yeah, it has been that long. But you know what? I would probably have to either visit this place, either. Well, I don't know. I can't. I'd have to look up and see when these updates happened. It might look like old Freeport on my single player version, but that extends up to the first 9 expansions. I don't know if they made any changes prior to that, but P99 definitely would have. I could toss my P99 client on my computer and check and see if it looks the same. But yeah, just outside looking in, it does look slightly a little different. But maybe it's the texturing. I don't know. Common Lands Traveler. Damn it! It must have been that long since I've been over here. Because I do know I came over here back in the day. What level are you? Alright, I'm still higher level than you. Set over here, see what level everything is over on this side. I think this is where everybody used to sit there and trade and shit. Yeah, okay. I completely forgot about this place. So this is that place. Okay. North Desert Row. So we all made it to the desert. kind of like being on Dune Awakening or Star Wars Galaxies on Tatooine, but not. Alright, what level are you guys? Still weak as shit? So scenery like this, guys, is what kind of gives this game appeal. Because the zones are large enough. While I technically would not class this as an open world game, the zones are large enough that they do have that open world feel. I mean, it's open world for what it was back in the day. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna give myself slow. I gotta recharge up on that. Definitely want to have myself rebuffed before I just go walking into this strange place, because might be higher level than everything in there, but then again, might not be. So, I know at this point I'm going further out than I ever have in the game without necessarily porting to certain spots. So this particular area is actually a first time for me checking out. Uh, didn't mean to do that, but and if there's stuff to grind on, because I don't know if they're friendly or not. If there's stuff to grind on, I might actually be able to pull my tank out, and then we'll get some monies. But I do find open world zones like this more appealing to me. than going into them dungeons and shit. I know a lot of people like the whole dungeon crawler feel, and it has its place. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't not enjoy it, but I do prefer, and maybe this is from playing Galaxies, but a lot more open world. Because Galaxies I would class more as an open world MMO, giving the whole planet in the original game was free roaming. So you didn't really have too many zones until later on, later expansions, but you would run across enemies almost anywhere and everywhere out in the world. So that's one of the things that I do kind of look for when I'm playing a game. So I do hope that they do have some of that in here, and I'm sure they do. I just haven't come across it yet. But I do like the open world feel of the zones. So I will give credit where credit is due. For its time period, this was definitely as open world as it would ever get for us back then. Okay, so this is friendly. This is a friendly place. Oh shit, this is Freeport. What did I do? Like a big fucking circle? Well, I feel dumb. Duh. Okay. Alright, we made it to East Freeport. I forgot how big this place was. Yeah, but if they were to ever redo an EverQuest MMO, I would want it a little more open world, like spots like this that you got to zone in and out of, like where where you take the zone barriers out. But I mean, again, I'm not knocking it because this was like a big freaking deal for the time. I mean, I wouldn't call it like a outright by today's standards an open world game, but it's definitely a game with open world zones. I think that would probably be more accurate to describe it. Leather and high, so that's the leather shop. Yeah, so I have not been here enough to really would where I would really notice the minor differences, like if they altered something or whatever outside of like maybe some textures. Like I said, the area does look slightly a little different, if not a lot different actually. It's definitely not what I remember it to be. But it's been that long ago. I couldn't. I would have to like roam around on P99 or whatever for it to come back to me. So I'm assuming this will zone me to Freeport West. Let's check it out. Yep, it does. Okay. Okay. Oh, there is a setting too in the game. I just don't use it, where you can actually turn off the zone load screen windows and just have a zoning window where you see your character. That is an option in game. But you got a lot of areas here. Like back in the day, you used to have people running around all over the damn place. Because it seems like really big. I mean, it is huge. It's big as hell. But you used to have like people all over the place. You were always passing by somebody. I mean, I used to just walk through a lot of these places or whatever just to like see all the players because like they had some of the coolest damn armor and shit. See, can I go out this way? I can. See, I can go down here. See what we got. I now claim this castle. I'm the king of Freeport. Nobody's here to contest my authority. Where's my throne room, people? I'm probably on my luck heading to the dungeon. Off with his head. Off with his head. Oh, it's the weapons lady. Why you look blurry? Trying to see if she'll, there we go. There we go. Okay. Heck, that was rough. What's up, dude? You look kind of blurry, too. All the other textures come in clear, but the NPCs, like, they used to not be a thing. I wonder if that if that's like an effect of being on the, there we go. DX11. I mean, you guys should already be like loaded the fuck in when you load into an area. That should not be a thing. Like it's like being on Second Life where everything fucking loads in 3D graphics load into a damn web browser. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? That's like that straight dial-up shit. Did I just run into a circle? I did, I bet. Oh man, this place is so big. Yep, ran into a circle. You think they'd put some food on that table? Make it look like people are dining out. Yeah, I don't think I ever came in here. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember. Let me put it that way. I'm not going back down there. I know where that goes. So I guess, is there not like an upstairs? Do you not guys not have my throne room in here in this area? I need to leave because I'm gonna whip everybody's ass. Y'all need even telling me where my throne room is. Alright, here we go up here. Maybe my throne room is at, no, this is the way out. Alright, fuck it, I'm leaving. I didn't want to be the king of this place anyway. It's too big. I'm gonna go get a shack. I think that's more my speed anyway. I'm gonna hang out with all the forest animals. That's why I'm a druid. I'm gonna hang out with all the forest animals. Y'all just got on my last nerve. Yeah, it's time to get out of here. Let me. So we have turret Freeport. I don't know why I did that. I don't need that. Where's my gate? There we go. Damn, how long have I been streaming? 1 hour, 42 minutes, and 14 seconds and counting. That is crazy that, and this is where, like, I can see why people complain. The game don't respect your time. You know, it's just, there's a lot to do in this game. I mean, like, that's 2 hours of just, almost, of just messing around. Right? You got it. Y'all just, yeah, I'm pouring out. Yeah, you was trying to walk up on me. Poof, I'm gone. Commander. But I mean, there's so much to do. I mean, just that little bit of shit. Like, I haven't even gotten to the combat portion. By the time, fuck, by the time I find anything worth the shit to even be fighting, it'll be time for me to call it a wrap. I mean, I probably should have went back to that other area in all fairness, but I wanted to actually see if there were any other areas for me to go to. I didn't think everything that I was going to come across was going to be freaking low level in so many spots, though. Ah, my goodness. Let's go back to Kelethin. So guys, I will say, starting out, yeah, you're gonna find yourself like spending a lot of time. That's a cool looking mercenary you got there. Alright, cool. That dude looks cool. What was I say? Oh, starting out, yeah, you're gonna spend a lot of time just sorting through shit until you know where everything is for sure. An issue with this game is that certain areas are definitely level based. So I mean, this being the starting area, everything's definitely going to be lower level. So it's like trying to figure out where you're going to go from the starting level. So I can go back to Unrest, but like I'm starting to slowly out level that place. So I'm trying to find basically a spot where everything is like freaking blue to me. Where I'm having a little more of a challenge. I want to see how well that mercenary does against shit that's higher level than us. And I definitely prefer to do it from my home area. See what zone leads into what zone, etc., etc. Did I just run into a big fucking circle? Alright, so that should lead me to the butcher block. Okay. I was about to get annoyed. I probably should have just ported straight over to butcher block, but I have no idea. I gotta read what this shit's for. That shit definitely didn't used to be in game. Let's see here. This. No, that's lesser. Bay dark. I don't want to go that route. Yeah, we're just gonna follow this path straight into butcher block. Because I'm trying to see what areas I can level out of that are on my own continent, my own island continent, whatever you want to call it. Before I just go porting all over the place and mess around and miss something. The other thing I'm sort of curious about, curious about, can I talk this morning, is how good a gear you can get just simply soloing. Like a lot of hardcore players will join what's called raid guilds, and every time a new expansion comes out, they'll rush to the in-game raid, you know, to get all the nice, juicy loot. And I'm not mad at them for that. I mean, it's all good in the hood. I mean, you know, who doesn't want the top gear and all that, you know, cool as shit. But at the same time, you kind of want to know like what you can get as a solo player without having to go through all that if you don't really want to participate in that aspect of the game. So that's the other thing. KOOL is going to try to come up with a list of my very own dollar store gear. The good enough gear that you can get without needing to have raid gear. The other bad thing about raid gear too, FYI, is that as a free-to-play player, and this is something I'm not a fan of. I understand why they do it, but it's something I recently learned is that say you're subscribed to member, got a paid membership. You go out, you do all the raids, blah blah blah. You get all this awesome gear. You got this like raid gear and shit. And then for whatever reason, you have to go free to play. Maybe you got bills. You can't really be dropping money on a game right now, whatever the case may be. The stats on the raid gear are turned worthless because you do not get the benefits of that gear. So that's the other thing that I'm kind of looking at is like, what is the top gear that you can kind of get by with as a free-to-play player where you're not losing any kind of benefit. I mean, like what are the alternatives to being geared up in this game outside of simply going for the raid gear? Now, I'm kind of curious about that. That's something I'm definitely going to be looking into. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you're basically wanting to just be able to put yourself, especially like I said, if you're a solo player, because starting off in this game, you are going to be a solo player. From what I've gathered, nobody bothers to even ask you if you want to join their guild, unless you're past a certain level. So for me personally, I mean, I'm not gonna tell people what they should or shouldn't do. Don't tell me I ran into a circle. Hold on, let me go this way. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that impressed with that mentality, because a lot of times, back in the day, people would get gilded right at the starting gate, and they would in turn become long-standing members of whatever guild they got gilded in. So on one end, I mean, I kind of feel like, that's something I feel like I should frown on, but I understand why they do it. But at the same time, it's kind of a catch-22 because one, you're not spammed with guild invites when you first start the game, so I mean that's a good thing. But at the same time, you shouldn't be not accepted to a guild and, or whatever, just because you just started the game, So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence opposed to that because there's pros and cons of that. Like I feel like I should kind of be all frowny face about that, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't like being bothered right at the starting gate either. So, not sure how I feel about that, but I do think that that would deter some players that want to join guilds early on in a game, especially if they're playing this game for a social aspect. As a solo player, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. Because even when I get to a certain level, I don't see me going out of my way to join a guild. I mean, if I get asked, I'm not gonna say I won't say yes or not. I'm not gonna say no, but I'm not gonna say I'll say yes either. I don't know what I'll do because I kind of like solo play. I sort of want to see how far I can get. If I joined, it probably definitely would be for the social aspects of just knowing people on here. But there's definitely a lot to be said for solo playing when you just want to chillax. There's definitely a lot to be said for that. Especially if you come off a hard day of work. Like, sometimes you just want to play a game and not be fucked with it all. But I do think it would be helpful. I do think it would be more helpful to players early on. Only in the regard, because a lot of people get in this game, they have questions and shit, and then they don't see nobody they can ask questions to. So unless they think to like go on, like on the forums and ask, you know, they're not gonna have really like any social engagement, you know, to help them learn shit. I mean, hell, y'all have heard me do damn Google searches and shit on this game. And I'm pulling all types of stupid ass mixed results. Whoa, that was not good. Oh, there's some orcs over here. No, fuck, man. Y'all not even worth fucking with. Is there not a zone that leads into another zone that might lead into another zone? What are you? You ain't even worth fucking with either. Damn it. I hate how this fucking game, man. Click on one thing and it throws your camera off. Okay. Alright. Trying to go back to the unrest. I'm gonna see if there's anything worth a shit. There we go. Boy, it's turning nighttime too. I can't tell if that's the entrance up there or not. Good now. Oh, I think that's the entrance over there. I think we're here, muchachos. What the hell is that over there? Oh, she might be a friendly. Alright, so this is where I need to be. I'm gonna see if there's anybody in here. Or more accurately, anybody in here that I can get any a decent amount of XP from. I don't want to just sit around farming and shit. Not getting no XP. Well, I actually see somebody here. Well, good on you, mate. I'm actually surprised to see somebody there. My dude was AFK though. And so he's gonna be farming this area. I might not hang out at all. Where's my cam? Alright, am I fucking blind? There we go. Alright, mates. I'm gonna sneak in right past you. I just want to come in and take a peek. And like I said, if my dude's fucking grinding this area, I'm not gonna rain on his parade. Oh, but inside here is worry. Okay, so inside is good. Well, I guess. Well, fuck. How long you gonna be AFK for, dude? I suppose hiking. I'm curious. I want to fucking bitch. Oh man, why is it not letting me move? Okay, and it's not gonna let me unsuspend while I'm in combat, and I don't wanna. Let me drag these motherfuckers over here. I don't wanna lead them on to dude. Fucking bitch. It's definitely gonna be a 3-on-1. Might help if I actually do the attack thing too while I'm at it. Alright, it's a party now. Alright, jerks. Alright, you're next, I know. Buttholes. Alright. Guess we'll buff right back up. Throw some resist fire on. I don't really feel like I'm gonna need so, but I'll throw so on after. Oh, it's not working because I don't have mana. Duh. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna be AFK for a sec, guys. Alright, I'm back. Alright, sorry for any noise you guys hear. It sounds like a lot of people are out here again. Maybe from the city this time. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? Alright. We'll go. Alright, let's unsuspend. We'll have my girl out here. Oh, so I believe is what I wanted. Not that I probably really need it in such a confined area, but better to have it and not need it than to need it and then not have it. Oh, and before we even actually get this party started, we're gonna get her started. See, what is she missing? Hmm, I could give her resist fire. Alright. Then I can meditate while sitting on this guy. Alright. Then we will loot all. And now we will make our way. Hopefully uneventful. So we are going to come off the map because we are going into an enclosed area. Oh, my dude. Are you fucking with me? Click on him. Damn. Alright, we got to contain this. Oh, this is turning into a cluster fucking a half. Alright, let me keep her fucking healed. Well, this school is pissed, isn't he? Oh, we got all these people fucking around, don't we? Oh, hell. I need to heal myself. Okay, we might have overdone it. I'm gonna feel bad. I'm about to train the fuck out of this dude. Oh my god. Sorry, my dude. Let me see what happens. Will she? Oh, she's on out with me. It's gonna be very bad if she's still in there fighting, because I'm gonna have to get back. Okay, good. She's zoned out with me. Yeah, I was gonna say, 'cause I wonder what happens if your mercenary dies. That would be very bad. Like, do you have to go hire a brand new one, or can you revive her? Does she just respawn after battle? Alright, cool. My dude did not get affected. Alright, so we are gonna... Damn, girl, you just now coming up. Like, what am I? I'm paying you by the hour. Well, by the 15 minutes. Come on, I'm gonna need you to stay on top of some shit. You costing me, what, 16 gold every half hour? Your expensive ass. Alright, so... I'm gonna wait till we get healed up. Damn, man. Is Skin Like Rock already almost over? How long is this shit? What do you mean? Oh, did I already have it memorized? Unmeditate, fuckhead. Asshole. Interrupted me. Did that ghoul come back out? Oh, he did. Jeez. Throw another combat spell in there. Alright, let's see what we can do. Come on outside. Alright, I'm gonna have to. Can't reach it, get close. Shit. Alright. Oh, main tank, main assist. Maybe I might be able to set her regardless of her stance. Come over here. Alright. I'm gonna test this out. So you're the main tank. I'm gonna be the one to pull. So mirror job, main tank, pull. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to go in with this shit. I had a feeling that was gonna be the case. That's fine. Alright, come on. You're not tanking very well, girl. But she's not a very good tank. Oh, for fuck's sakes. But this just turned into a clusterfuck real fast. Fuck me. Oh man, this turned into a clusterfuck real fast. Oh, she didn't make much of a tank, did she? That's a shit setting. She just stood there with his thumb up her ass. Okay. Now we learn if we keep our mercenary, not missionary, mercenary, if we die. Think I like her on aggressive a hell of a lot better. What the fuck is going on with this zoning shit today? Damn. What did I get shoved into first person mode? Alright, so what is this shit they did to you? Rabies for 1 fucking hour? Show spell. Yeah, show us. You have been diseased on others. Dorandoso has been diseased. Wears off. You are no longer. Alright, so we're going to suspend you for now anyway. Till we get back to La La Land. Where the fuck is Butcher Block? There we go. Revival sickness, okay. What is this fucking shit? Am I going the wrong way? Alright. Okay. I am hoping suspending her keeps her buffs intact. Or pause timer rather, I mean. I'm going to assume that it does. So this is definitely a lot different than running with like a full-on group of bots. That's for damn sure. So I'm apparently not going to be able to plow my way like I did bullying everybody on the outside. Throw some resist fire up there. Dude, are you gonna fucking learn the spell or not? Definitely need to help our travel out here. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little side order of annoyed. But it is all good. Here, can I'm gonna actually pull that out because I might be able to get rid of her rabies with that spell. I'm hoping. If she still has rabies when I pull her ass out, we're gonna cast that spell and see if that's the cure-all. But it was sitting there last time I passed by. They definitely in chill mode. Am I going the wrong way in the one way? I probably am going the wrong way in the one way. Oh man, I hate this map. A full-on map that don't show you shit. You know what? I need to... There we go. That way I can get some mana back while I am trying to get back. I need to definitely get some better transport. Look at that, it's so slow. Oh, that is horrible. I thought that dude. Oh, that is so horrible. Here, let me just meditate. Let me just sit, get my mana all the way to hell back up, and then haul ass. That is so horrible. Oh my, what am I supposed to do with that? I need a mount that knows how to haul ass. I need to save up for one of them super horses. That's why everything's so expensive on this server with them converting to platinum. Now everybody's jacking up the prices to make the damn difference. To make up for the damn difference, I mean. I'm about to make up grind. I might have to grind an ass of money on this game. Daybreak won't let me have the cheat codes. Daybreak and Darkfire said no, you can't have the cheat codes on this server. Cool. You gonna have to play like everybody else. No cheat codes for you. Can't have the money code. I just want the money code. I just want the monies. Come on. It's 1 minute it feels like his mana goes up quick, and then the next minute it seems like it just drags ass like fucking forever. Well, that was horrible. That was so horrible. I'm gonna be pissed if I find them going the wrong way. I think this is the right way though. Shit. Uh, I don't know if this is the right way or not. Fuck. Let's hope it is. I guess the Santa Claus guy is no longer here. Although they do have the snow background still when you log in, which looks kind of cool. I actually wouldn't mind if they had some of those backgrounds, like where you could select the background you want for your load-in screen. I think that would be a neat option to add to the game. Wow. We are making good time. I wish I had a little more control over that NPC. I'm hoping that death reset the settings. Which is weird because I did watch a video where that shit got pulled. I mean, that's how I figured it out. And let me look at dude's name again real quick. I know I'm gonna butcher his name. You know, I'm so sorry about it. Let me see. Fezzlewig. Yeah. He does how-to videos apparently on YouTube as well. So Mr. Fizzle my Whizzle hooked me up with some of that knowledge on the mercenary stuff. So Fezzlewig, my dude is awesome. You guys should definitely check out his channel. Let me spell his name for you. Fezzelwhig. Fizzlewig's Forum is what his channel is called. So check his channel out. He's got a couple of how-tos on there. But he did a pull. That's how I figured out, found out about the extra stance mode, so to speak, and how to set it to pull. But it worked a lot better for him. Definitely worked a lot better for my guy. Did not work so well for me, as you guys plainly saw. Yeah, Homeboy definitely was a lot smoother with that shit. Definitely did not work for me. The game does not like me. Pretty sure the game don't like me. Yeah, am I in the right area? Let me keep going. I think I gotta keep going this way. You know what? I should have casted Levitate on myself to see if it would have let me run across this water a lot easier. Instead of having consistently swim. But I mean, I do need to build up my swimming skill. It will ultimately help in the long run. I'm trying to max that shit out. Also, I can't remember who. I can't remember if it was a dude's channel or another channel. Somebody was talking about learning languages with a freaking hotkey. I didn't even know that was a thing on here, because back in the day you had to actually group with somebody and spam that shit in a group with them in order to learn the language. People had to like actually physically teach you that freaking language. Languages wasn't a solo thing, so matter of fact, what languages do I have? I think just type / language. Don't tell me I did fucking a button. Current. I didn't even know I had that bitch set to Dark Elvish 4. That's interesting that it's on that. I'm a little creeped out. Maybe plural? No. Language. Type language. Help. Language help? Really? Oh, they changed this. I was gonna say, cause I don't remember, I damn sure didn't have all these languages, I know that. And I damn sure don't remember ever swapping to Dark Elvish 4. But if I remember correctly, my original languages were, I might have had like, it wasn't human tongue, but we'll say it's human tongue, but human tongue, it used to be common. Pretty sure it was called common. I know Elvish was one that I had. There was a Elder Elvish. I think Dark Elvish. I think I did learn Dark Elvish, but that was back when my brother played. Me and him spammed languages to each other too. But I know Froglock. That was definitely one we did together because he had a frog. Lizard Man. Dragon and Elder Dragon I might have got off him, but like a lot of these other ones I don't recall getting off of him. So I'm like, did they give us? Yeah, they would have had to give us all these unless I'll have to look that up. I know there was a bunch that we set out here in Greater Fairdark and spammed the shit out of each other in order to learn them back in the day. But I wouldn't be surprised if they actually had changed the language system, given the population, especially early stages of the game. Most people won't even think to look at that. But I could have swore that it was either called common or just human. Not human tongue. But I could be wrong on that. I could be way entirely on base. I might even be getting my MMOs mixed up with Star Wars Galaxies or another game, Lord of the Rings Online or something. But I don't recall having to like learn languages and shit in Lord of the Rings and Lotro either. But I mean, in fairness, that's not something I've really ever focused on. Ever since voice came a big thing, it's not something gamers nowadays, unfortunately, don't pay very much attention to. But back in the days of typing, the chatty room days, yeah, that was a big damn deal. Especially if you're actually playing these type of games the way they should be played, and you're playing as your character, kind of thing, rather than just a game you grind through. Then yeah, you would have paid attention to that type of detail. That's sort of why I'm kind of not gotten super big into a lot of MMO gaming anymore. Because the dynamic has changed. It's all about a lot of games I've joined. It just feels like it's all about getting to the end game, getting the big loot, blah blah blah, and bam, there you're done. That's not why I ever played MMOs. I mean, I played MMOs because I wanted to play as my character, escape from reality kind of thing. So. And I just feel like we kind of somewhere along the way lost a lot of that aspect in our MMO communities. And we've definitely used the term MMO improperly, in my opinion. I see too many games labeled as an MMO that, in my opinion, are not. MMO originally was shorthand for MMO RPG, massively multiplayer role-playing game. This game set the premise for it. Being a game where you had 3,000 players on a server kind of thing. That's what I consider massively. But I'll see games with like 100-man limit being called an MMO, and I'm like, no, that's just multiplayer. That's just 100 people, fam. Massive is when you hit the thousands number. 3,000 or better. You know, I'll even grant 1,000 or 2,000, but massive is massive. So when I see a game, especially survival games, classing themselves as MMOs, I kind of laugh at that shit. And I've even made that statement in my Dune Awakening streams that it's an excellent survival game, but I would not consider Dune Awakening to be an MMO. It's just not nowhere near the same level. And a lot of the newer games that come out that class themselves as MMOs, they cannot really maintain the population without running 50,000 additional servers. Like for every one zone, like for example, with EverQuest, it's one server, but several zones on the one server. Okay. To have several zones on a newer MMO, like if this was to be redone entirely, right? Photorealistic graphics like a lot of people want. In order for it to work properly, you would have to host each zone as an entirely separate server. You know, in order for it to work properly. I mean, maybe they can get it to work on a single server. Who knows? I'd give more power to them if they could. But the way a lot of games do it nowadays, they run each section on its own individual server, so to speak, and it's just a, you know, what we would appear as one server to you is actually, in fact, a cluster of servers. That can get pricey as fuck in the long run. So that's why more often than not, you'll see a lot of these games with bugs and shit. And I prefer playing older titles. I mean, just outright. But you know, if there's something I'm missing, you know, by all means, I am quite happy. Let me see if I can do. Oh man, did you like fucking totally die in the thing? I'm not gonna be able to loot you, am I? Like, yeah, dude is like all in the damn water. Do I have a? Do I have a crouch? Can you not crouch in this? I could have swore you could crouch in this fucking game. Are you fucking with me, dude? How am I fucking hitting myself with this shit? Oh, I don't have the fucking stinging swarm. Ah, this motherfucker is fucking annoying me. How do I get out? Fucking how I get out. Dude, don't let me get the fuck out of here. Cause it's like it's not doing no fucking damage on him in here. Yeah, it's like the fucking shit's hitting me. Yeah, it's not fucking attacking him, even though I've got him attacked. Or targeted. Holy shit, I'm gonna die again. Oh man, I forgot how buggy some parts of this game was. I can't fucking get out of this bitch. I forgot how, like, it's not letting me jump. Oh, come on. Why are you not fucking jumping, dickhead? What the fuck? Oh, wow. Come on now. Come. Oh my god. Hold on. Is the space key great? What is the fucking jump button? Ah, fuck it, man. Just. Here, let me just do this. I'm about to heal myself up, and I'm just gonna have to whip your ass the old school way. Hold on, you fucking ass, are you gonna target him or what? Now I can't even target this motherfucker. I got him? Okay. He is targeted, I just don't see the green thing. There. Oh, you're not gonna hit him either in this bitch. Holy crap. But you would think that they would have put something inside this fucking thing where you could walk out this bitch after all these motherfucking years. I think they left this shit here to be assholes just to get you stuck so you can get fucked up. I wonder how many people gamer raged in this one spot alone. Look at this shit, man. Like, there is no way, realistically, if this was real life fantasy world land, you know, you got teleported into a land like this, like in the movies, you'd be stuck like this in a little shit in the kiddie pool of Dead Man Land. Like, I'm in the fucking kiddie pool, and I'm getting my ass whipped in the kiddie pool. Look at that shit. Like, fuck me. Look at that. Alright, come on. I'm steadily trying to get out of this kiddie pool. Why is he not jumping though? That's the thing. Jump has always sucked ass in this game. Even in Star Wars Galaxies, jump in Star Wars Galaxies has sucked ass too. Yeah, it's like, let me see. Okay, that one will hit him. So we'll just keep igniting his ass. Oh, he's taking 0 damage over here, fam. He's not taking no damage at all. That motherfucker is feeling no pain. This whole fucking area is completely bugged the fuck out. That guy is taking 0 damage. Like, he should have taken more than that. Let me try again. Yeah, it's like he's at that consistent 98%. Don't let me get someplace where I can fucking stand, motherfucker. If I get out of this, that is your ass. Come on. Come on, get off. There we go. Oh, you are fucked. You are fucked now. Come on. Oh, you are fucked. I don't know, we go toe to toe. Oh, now you are really messed up now. Because now I can meditate while I'm fighting your ass. You know what? I should have thought to do that when I was in that thing. I don't know if it would have let me do it though. Not gonna let me throw another cascade of hell yet. But that's alright. This guy's fixing to go down anyway. Dang, punk. Whew. Okay, so we're gonna have her out. And now we're going to see if we can cure poison. So it doesn't look like cure poison is getting rid of her 1 hour, 4 minute, and 11-second rabies. And good to know it saved the buffs, but it also saved the rabies. Poor girl got rabies. Cure disease. Let's see. Let's try that one. We got that one. Let's see if we can get rid of your rabies, girl. There we go. Cure disease. Rabies gone. You're welcome. Alright, so you God. That back to what I was doing. I was trying to see if I could maybe click in there and click on my body. But I don't think it's gonna let me see it one way or the other. Oh, there it is. Right above the head. There we go. Are you not going to are you not gonna do it? Seriously? Kelethinak's corpse. I guess it's gonna leave it, the game's gonna leave it there. So I tried to whatever. Try to be nice. Get rid of that shite. I don't like to leave corpses lying around. I know back in the day or whatever, it used to be like, you know, people would complain and would say acid corpses would lag the server, this, that, and the third. I never noticed it myself, but just as a general rule of thumb, because I've seen that complaint back in the day, I try not to leave an acid corpses. Plus, it just looks ugly as shit. Like on that one stream where I ran past that whole army of corpses all over the place. I mean, it just looks horrible. Alright. Seem to be alright on monies. Oh, I got enough to cover her ass for 2 hours. I don't mind leaving her out. Oh. How dare you? I do like the mercenary outfits, though. I will say that. Instead of having the standard starting character look that bot versions have on an EMU server, I do think that that's an actual girl stand still. I'm trying to show your ass off. I think that's a cool ass armor. Let's see if I can. Trying to not have the chat cover it, but I mean that's probably about as good as it's gonna get. So I'm hoping you can change that armor. Let's see, girl, will you be still? I'm trying to show off your armor. But that's kind of cool. I like the boots. Damn it, that's a little too close. Swords probably could use a little detail, but I mean they're basic swords probably. So I mean, but they look good. Yeah, I'm quite happy with my mercenary. But I do wish you could customize their armor a little more. Looks like shoulders, waist, neck, ear. So doesn't look like you really get to do anything much with them in terms of their looks. So I'm assuming whatever they spawn in as, that's going to be their permanent look. You're not going to be able to like change their look up or any of that other cool shit. All you're going to have is whatever little bullshit mercenary gear you can pop on them. To my understanding, everything done with the mercenary, unlike bots on an EMU server, you do through this tab here, and it just gives you their stats and shit. What the fuck is my HP? Oh, her. No wonder she could take a beating or whatever. Her HP is definitely a lot better than mine. Okay. Doesn't really give. I don't see a level for her though. So that is going to be like a distinct difference, whereas a bot will be this whatever your level is, so you're never going to have a bot higher level than you. Whereas mercenary, I don't know if she's this. I'm assuming she's the same level as me, but maybe because she's a tank, she definitely has like higher HP. So it definitely looks like they did some things different. I mean, I'm not really going to complain too much. she gets the job done. So I don't really care at the end of the day. As long as she does her job, I don't care. Might help if I actually do some buffing. I'm pretty sure I've got to rebuff her too. So I think probably on next stream I am definitely gonna probably end up running around. I want to explore more in this game, but doesn't look like I'm gonna have to really worry too. How much time is left on her shit? Oh yeah, it's time for a top off. So hold up. I'm probably gonna end up just staying here and grinding out on the next stream, if I'm being brutally honest. Unless by the time I come back on here, I feel like running around, doing the whole exploring thing again. Alright. So we're gonna top her off on buffs. Top her off on strength. I don't know if this makes a difference, but I am gonna cast Soul on her. Definitely gonna top myself off. There we go, max that out. Get my meditation up a little bit. Looks like I did get billed. Okay. She said she's definitely gonna get paid. Ain't no free work around here. At least I did get a little bit of XP or whatever, just for a little bit of time messing around in here. So I'm gonna try and see how I can manage on the next stream, because I think I'm gonna call it after I get meditated up here. Matter of fact, I can go on and pause play for her. I like how that just swaps. Oh, I see what it did. It subtracted, so her suspend time. Oh man, they take that from you. Okay. So when you suspend your mercenary, they charge you basically 5 minutes of your time. Okay. I did not notice that before. That's interesting that they do that shit. My dude just run around AFK. Alright, it's all you, bro. You can have it. Cam in on my character here. Let me get my stuff set up. Alright, well, hell, I hope I didn't have dude waiting. He could have came in, shit, I would have grouped with homeboy. I feel kind of bad. He had the AFK tag. I thought he was just sitting there bullshitting, had stuff around the house to do. But I definitely got to go because I got some stuff I got to do. So hopefully when he see me log out, he'll know that, yeah, it's all him. It's all his. But in any case, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully y'all are having an awesome day. I'll catch y'all in the next stream. Take care. Stay safe. Have a good one, everybody. And remember, be cool. Don't be a fool.